coaching staff.
Great.
We have awesome administration that supports, anything and everything. And then just to see the rally from the community and just to see where we were, facing some significant challenges and difficulties, that impacted everybody, and just maybe garnering together and using sport as that vehicle. So there's a lot of awesome football stuff that went into it. I could explain the X's and O's of the season for hours, but the pride that I have in this group comes in different reasons, for different reasons.
And I know you said it starts. Oh, go ahead. Come on in. Sorry.
You're always on time.
Well, you said that, that it takes a lot of people to put this together, and you said it starts at the top, but for the athletes on the field, the top is the coach. And I wanted to just acknowledge the fact that you are now the Buffalo News Western New York Coach of the Year. And it's kind of interesting how a successful season follows a coach who stands out amongst his peers, in a district that tries really hard to support our students and our athletes. And I think when you put all of those things together, you get a success across the board. So it starts with not just our athletes, but with our coaches as well. So congratulations on that.
Just from the board, I went to not every game, but several games, and it was awesome to see the community rally behind all of you and how you uplifted the community and people that didn't have kids, playing, but we're just proud to be part of the Warrior spirit. Was great. It was awesome to go to Highmark, to go to Williamsville South, or wherever we were, and to Syracuse, and see more fans there than the opposing teams, and how people travel to support you, and know that you don't just have the board support or administration, but you do have the community support behind you. And we look forward to it continuing, and not just with football, but with everything. It doesn't matter whether it's basketball, lacrosse, wrestling. It doesn't have to be sports, with the theater, with the performances. We want this community to just keep supporting all of you. And I want you guys to know that, and that how proud you made all of us too. So thank you.
I just want to say congratulations, man. Hard work and dedication pays off. You guys showed that. Congratulations.
Congrats. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Good.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you for coming. And next we have our National Academy Foundation.
All right. Hubert, are you gonna?
First and foremost, I want to thank the Board of Education for having us here tonight to talk a little bit about a NAF Academy, National Academy Foundation. It's kind of tough to follow a football team and talk about this, but that's okay. We're going to give it our best shot. We're going to try and give you maybe about a 5 to 10 minute overview of one of the next generation types of programs we're trying to offer our kids here at Salamanca. And our journey with NAF began back in the summer of 2022, when Mrs. Stevens and Mrs. Winship, Mrs. Stevens is out today, and myself attended a 3-day conference about NAF. And it continued to grow last summer when Mr. Long and Mrs. Stevens and Mrs. Brazil went and attended a follow-up NAF Academy. So we're getting staff members trained about what this means and the direction we're going to be moving with it. So NAF in itself is a national nonprofit organization, and it's supposed to help transform the high school experience to prepare students for being college, career, and future success ready. Ultimately, the goal is to create academies within the school. Yeah, keep that in mind. I gave you a whole preview.
There you go.
There, you hold on to that. It's like creating a school within a school. So last year in 22-23, we started a year of planning with our first academy, and it's Academy of Finance. As our students in the Academy of Finance progress through school, they're required to take certain classes and take part in job shadowing and internship. So that way, when they graduate, it is with a nationally recognized accreditation in finance. They're ready to either continue on to college in finance or actually enter the workforce with an in-depth understanding of finance. So the top left-hand one is the Academy of Finance. Some of the other ones is the Academy of Engineering, Academy of Health Sciences, Academy of Information Technology, and the next one that we're going to start is going to be the Academy of Hospitality and Tourism. Part of the reason that we believe, if you go back, creating these academies will be beneficial is because students are able to select the fields that interest them, which in turn is motivation to excel in the field. It creates relevant experiences that students then can see how their education directly impacts their future on their interests. I'm going to tell a quick little story. When I was in high school, junior, senior year, I talked to my dad, and I think I might have told some of you this already. Talked to my dad. I said, Dad, I really want to become a teacher. He's like, no, you don't. You don't want to do that. So I said, all right, well, the next best thing was to go into environmental science. So my initial plan was to attend Oswego, and then ESF, Environmental Science and Forestry out of Syracuse in environmental science. I struggled in college my first 2 years because it wasn't really what I wanted to do. And I came back 2 years later to my dad and I said, Dad, I really think I want to be a teacher. He's like, oh, that's great. You'd be great at it. I'm like, 2 years ago, you said no. So really being able to find your passion really helps guide you in your future successes. So that is a huge, important part of why we're trying to create these academies.
Parts that needed to be developed to be considered NAF certified are recruitment, curriculum, work-based learning, and an advisory board. We're going to go into them in the upcoming slides.
Okay, this is me.
This is you.
All right, so who is eligible to join the NAF Academy, the Academy of Finance? Every single student at Salamanca High School. We have put a focus in 2023 and again for 2024 on our 8th, 9th, and 10th graders. And that's basically so that we can make sure that they get all of the courses that they need in the Academy of Finance and all the work-based learning opportunities before they graduate. So we typically have 9th grade as our major focus, but we did actually have a couple 10th graders that were included in it as well this year. So we've done some different things. We pushed into grade 8 classes and educated them on what the Academy of Finance is. One of the biggest things I try to tell the kids when I talk to any of them is that, you know, this might be a program for you if you're somebody who hasn't quite found their niche, right? They may not be an athlete. They may not be somebody who is in any of the other clubs quite yet in school, but they might be kids that are just struggling and they want to find where they belong and where they're accepted. And because this is a small, you know, group right now, it's going to grow. This is where they can find that. And that seems to appease to a lot of the kids. We've done some we were at the back to school picnic, of course, an open house. We had some presentation boards. We pushed into some of the classes that they're in the business department. Right now we're getting ready for scheduling presentations. So we're going to be pushing into all of the grade level history classes and talking about graduation requirements. And it's a great time for us to recruit for our Academy of Finance. And then we'll meet one-on-one with those kids. I do have some brochures for you guys that I'll give you at the end that we've worked on. Levi's been very helpful with social media, making sure he puts blasts out, as well as helping us create our website page. And then one of the fun things we did for the kids that have just enrolled is we did a little get together in the library. We gave them snacks and we did some fun activities to get to know each other. And that really seemed to kind of bring it together for them. We can click right. Oh, one thing I want to say about every single one of those activities is we always got ourselves another enrollee. So we'll continue to do that throughout the school year and next. Our program of study is based that'll mess you up there. But each year students are going to take certain classes. Okay, so we have financial management, our entrepreneurship, our career planning. These are classes that are also considered NAF classes, as well as our sports entertainment marketing. We didn't have to like create things. We have the courses already, which is pretty exciting, I think, for our school district. It wasn't anything new that we had to come up with. But they all either meet NAF accreditation, they are either dual enrolled where they're getting high school credits and they're also getting college credits as well. And then of course, anything that is state approved or, you know, other that we've created. There's anything I want to share about that? I don't think so.
So the work-based learning is an experience that is vital to the success of the Academy certification process. These experiences will range from job shadowing to mentorships to volunteer internships and ultimately to paid internships down the road. That's the goal. The real-world connections from education to the workforce is reinforced through this experience to make it that much more meaningful for the students.
And then we talk about college and career readiness. Regardless of the direction of the student's future, the academies are designed specifically to ensure they're prepared for their next steps in life. And kind of piggybacking off of Chris's story, some of these academies as they open up can cross over. So if you have a student that started in an academy and it's not of interest anymore, they might be able to cross over and learn that valuable skill as they're going into college to navigate scheduling and what works in places where. But it will prepare them for their next steps in life. And design and advisory. The design team and advisory board are developed to provide the oversight of the program and to evaluate the program to make sure we're in compliance with NAF and are providing our students with the best, most appropriate education possible. And then in summary, we're moving forward with the academies that are of interest to the students to help engage them in their learning and drive them forward in their future, preparing them for college and career readiness.
And then one of the things is as we start to get our graduating classes, which isn't going to be for a couple of years left yet, they will be recognized at graduation too. They will be recognized as Salamanca High School Academy of Finance graduate, the Tad Ryder Salamanca High School Academy of Hospitality and Tourism. So that'll be something that goes in the program for those students. We're also looking at getting stoles or cords, honor cords to recognize those students that are in those different academies. So that's all we have. If you have any questions, we'd be more than happy to answer whatever you may have.
So for the hospitality and tourism, are you working with the casino at all?
We will be. That's right now, that's just a year in planning. So we'll start our enrollment stuff next year. So yeah, we have the Seneca Nation, we have the museum, we have the casino, we have all those, the Ellicottville, the Holiday Valley, Hollymont. There's a lot of areas around here that are going to help support that programming.
Okay.
And the you know, the cool thing is we already have kind of alumni that are in different programs at each of those already in hospitality and tourism. So we have that local connection too.
Anybody else have any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll leave the brochures up here. If you guys want to grab them on your way out, you're more than welcome. Let me pass them out.
That's right. Thank you.
Next we'll move on to communication. Do we have anybody for public comment? No, tonight. No one? Okay.
Thank you.
Do we have anyone from Title VI?
Thank you.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, not much tonight. We have kind of wrapped up some of the programs for the year. Our Seneca Youth Dancers had our last one for the year's session for the year on the 5th. Our cakewalk earlier in the year went really well. Ended up getting about $600, pretty close to $600 in our fundraiser. So that was a really kind of a big success. We were kind of expecting like 250 was kind of highballing it, and ended up being a great turnout. So other than that, I was kind of just hopping on to here. I think later in the board meeting, there's going to be the approval for the Mended Broken Hearts professional development for some of the staff, Amy and Carolyn, that Title VI is going to be paying for that. Other than that, really starting back up some of our programs kind of the 3rd week of January. Our Ganundigan trip, overnight trip, is going to also, I believe, that even might be on the schedule tonight as well for approval. But yeah, things are still rolling for Title VI, so not really much to update tonight.
All right, well, thank you. Yeah. All right, we'll move on to central office message, and Karen, you have anything for us?
I'm gonna say no at this time.
All right, we'll accept that answer.
That's getting a struggle.
The controller?
Yeah, there are a couple things here to talk about. First, I wanted to thank all the students that are here tonight. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate your participation and your presence tonight. We were talking about how we couldn't wait to see you at our last meeting right before this was going to be. So thank you for coming. Let's see, we have been working on consistency across buildings. We thought that this would be a good focus as families and students move from Prospect to Seneca to the high school. We're looking at different processes and procedures and things, different apps and things that we use, and we're looking to make it consistent and to increase our how effective we are. I have been meeting with our science instructional coach, Mrs. Johnson, and we have been working with the WAS ad reps. And we're in discussions about bringing science kits in, and the purchase of the science kits, and we're going to go review all those science kits at a local district so we can see everyone before we buy them. Our substitute teacher academy took place. We've already had 2 sessions. So when we have substitute teachers, they're not just people that are pulled up a list, but we actually have some support for them and what expectations are. So we have more informed and prepared substitutes to come into our classroom. I wanted to speak to one of our really important goals, and that's attendance and improving attendance for students in our school. And our 2 attendance monitors are working very diligently at being in touch with families. We are now meeting once a week, and we talk about challenges that families may have getting their students to school, and we're working through all those things. So I can't say enough about our attendance monitors being our link to our families, and our family school liaisons. They are calling all our families and really doing a great job. Moving on to our family school liaisons, I also meet with them regularly, and we talk about all the time the best way to utilize them in all 3 of our buildings. And they seem to have very similar roles. Our family school liaison, every student in the whole district is assigned to their own family school liaison, and that's the whole family, so siblings as well. And we now work with principals. We have 1 meeting a month with principals, and we talk about what our challenges are, growing pains, how Mr. Seaver called us trailblazers. So that was a great term, because this position of family school liaison support is really valuable, and their job keeps changing. They come back and they say, oh, this is what happened, and well, what do we do to how can we talk about that to help make your job a little bit easier in supporting our students and our families. The instructional coaches,
will be doing their Board of Ed presentation in January. I want to let you know that's coming. And our building level presentation that focus on make kids smarter. Each building is going to be doing their presentations on February 13th, the high school, on February 27th, Seneca, and on March 12th, Prospect. So they will all have some awesome presentations to show you how we make kids smarter in each building. We've also been working on our solar eclipse day planning, even though it's April 9th. We're planning a pretty big community event. Dr. Wheeler and our science people have really been part of that planning, and we have more news coming as the planning goes on, but want to let you know that we've already started with that. And the last thing I wanted to say is that I finally was able to go on what Michelle calls my res ride. So we've been trying to do that, and she said, I got to take you on a res ride because I want to make sure that you get a look at every part of the Seneca Nation. So she picked me up and we slated 2 hours, and she took me to Salt. I got to meet everyone there, and we did a little talk and collaboration, and actually made some future plans to do some collaborating. And she took me to the administrative building. I've never been there. And that was a wonderful place to see. And I found out how many of our people here have either been married there or had special events there. That was pretty awesome. And we got permission to look in some of the rooms, which was pretty honoring for me. I was really glad to see some of those rooms, to see where some really amazing decisions happen. And one of the things Michelle said is when one of our children become enrolled, this is the room that we come to. So I got a quick 5-minute peek of that pretty amazing room, and that I can only go if I'm invited. So I found out some things about that. And then she took me to the different parts of residential areas and talked to me about when families were moved after the Missouri Dam situation, people that owned homes, people that rented homes, and she showed me all of that. So I got to see different parts of the nation that I had never seen, and all the history that went with it. So I'm really grateful that she took that time to do that with me. There's actually a part 2 because we still have to go to Steenberg. And as I take in all this context, it really does help me to understand all the families and the children and the faculty and staff that I serve, with the people that I serve with. So thanks to Michelle for doing a great job, and part 2 is coming, and I'll let you know how that goes.
All right. Thank you. And we will move on to our board message. Why don't we start with this, John?
All right, yeah, not much tonight, just, first off, just wanted to, again, congratulate the Salamanca Warriors, football team, as well as Coach Bartosik on his, Western New York Coaches Award there. I think that's amazing work. And, continues to show why he's a role model to this community and to the work he does, and not just him, but his staff. Pretty amazing stuff. So, that's really it. I wanted to say I enjoyed you guys' presentation on the National Academy Foundation. I think that's some great work you guys are doing there. And one thing I heard is just helping students find their passion. Like students like myself, when I was in high school, sometimes you struggle outside of sports to find your certain niches and things you're good at or want to do past high school or past, college sports or whatever it might be. So, I think that's, will help with that. And I want to commend you guys on that. So, other than that, just, I want to wish everyone a safe, happy Christmas and Happy New Year.
Awesome. Thank you. Tracy?
I guess I would like to start by saying congratulations to Coach Bartosik for coaching of the year, as well, and football team. It was nice for them to come in and for us to see them. Also, same as Christian with the presentation on the NAF, those are some different careers to venture out on. I know when I was in high school too, I wanted to be a teacher, but teachers were dime a dozen at the time. So I didn't
Or not anymore, you can come back.
Yeah, I often thought, had I been a teacher. so maybe-
In the back row.
So it's good that to give some of the, let the children know the choices, you know, they got more choices out there. So thank you for that, and with the upcoming holidays, I hope everybody stay healthy. And gets to spend some quality time with them. That's it. Thank you. Dan?
No, they got most of what I was gonna say, and all I was just gonna say is, same thing they did, happy, safe holidays. All that fun stuff for the next couple of weeks, and it's hard to believe that when we have our next board meeting, it'll be in the new year, so something to look forward to. Emotional.
Yeah.
Greenwashing.
Yeah, exactly. Brad?
Keep it up.
I'm excited to go talk to my daughter about this. I'm sure she's gonna be really excited for me to present it to us. Congratulations, Mr. Bartovic. You know, he likes it when we talk about him up there, so. Yeah. And then I just want to wish everyone a happy holiday. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, thumbs up to Chad and his crew for their accomplishments this year. And I want to wish everybody a happy and safe holiday season, and happy new year, and see y'all all next year. I like the outfit. Costume, so. Was that for us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you guys?
Yeah. Well, where's Chrissy and this boy?
I know, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Terry?
Thank you. Yep.
I'm good.
No.
Really? That would be a first.
You guys know the deal. Thank you all for everything you do. Coming to the close of a calendar year, I love everything that we're doing. I love the progress we're making. Dad, you the man. I already said it. You know it. See you next year back here doing the same thing. Well, no, I'm just excited. You know, everyone's thinking snow again. I appreciate that. You know, you guys put your minds to something and look what happens. I think it was the last board meeting. You guys did this for me too. Yeah, everyone was thinking snow and look what happened. So keep it up. No, we had a blizzard. Keep it up, keep it up. No, just a lot of good things happening, and happy holidays to everybody. We'll see you. Yeah, next year. Thanks, everybody.
I'd also like to congratulate Chad. It's quite an honor in what you've done with the football program, watching it grow and become even more successful. Look forward to years to come, you know, and to keep it going. It's nice. I remember back in the heyday when, you know, the stands were packed, and that's what it's like again now. So it's really great to see, and again, the community coming out. So it's really commendable for you and the boys, and for them to be scholar athletes. That's awesome. That really is a kudos right there for the football team. You know, it's awesome. Just like the rest of the board said, you know, happy holidays to everybody. Everybody be safe, make good choices, have celebrate with your family and friends or whoever. And congratulations on the NAP Academy. It is exciting that we're expanding and trying to do things to involve everybody. And that's what I think is one of the best things about the school, is that we keep trying new things and what works and what can we do to involve not just the athletes, but every student. So congratulations, and I'll shut up now.
Just really quickly, with the holidays right around the corner, I want to wish all of our students and staff the best for a restful vacation with your friends and family. Unfortunately, I know that for some of us, and for some of our students and staff, that'll be a struggle, as they have a whole wide range of battles that sometimes come to a head over the holidays like this. But I want to acknowledge and say that we should be able to take comfort in knowing that over the past several weeks, our staff and many of our students have coordinated countless numbers of food and gift deliveries to families in need throughout the community. These actions taken by the generous staff members who live in the community as well as outside the community may or may not be recognized publicly, but they are greatly appreciated by those who receive them. And I want to just take a moment to thank those individuals who take active steps to make the lives of others better. We may not know publicly who everyone is, but you know who you are, and thank you. And to everyone, Merry Christmas and best wishes for a great new year.
Thank you. All right, we will move on to our consent agenda. So we need a motion to approve items A, B, C, D, and E. Motion by Brad, second by Tracy. Are there any questions?
Yeah, I got questions.
Okay,
So this NAFA trip, why is it the week after? On the itinerary, there's nothing about going to actual lobbying events, and I noticed that it was actually the week after NAFA's.
So many times, this will be similar to what we did last year. The intent is to go to lobby, that's what they will be doing. But gaining access during the NAFIS time there sometimes doesn't work out. So we have found, like we did last year, that going to lobby, set those appointments up, even though the conference is over, we still take that information that's presented and do the lobbying on behalf.
Okay, I just don't see a lot of room in here for it, that's all.
I'll tell you what, I will get more information specifically on who they're seeing and when. We can follow up with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then also a student list when we get it.
Yep, absolutely.
any other questions? Okay, then we have a motion by Brad, second by Tracy. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Item F is a travel conference, to Worley, Idaho, to John Haley. So we need a motion to approve that travel and overnight trip.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Jerry, second by Dale. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I will abstain. Motion carried. We have no old business, new business. We have phase 4 contract awards. So we are awarding, let's see, Musco, which is sports lighting, for $972,875. A-Turf for $924,340. AstroTurf for $531,876. Toss Sports for $536,148, and Dan Clayton for $1,161,500. So we need a motion to approve those awards and contracts.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Kristen, second by Carrie. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Item B, we have some creating and abolishing of positions. So we are creating a full-time teachers aide, 1, 2, 3, 4, teacher assistant, and a full-time senior food service helper. And then we are abolishing one top clerk typist. So we need a motion to create and abolish the position. Motion. Motion by Tracy.
Second.
Second by Tad. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Item C, we are creating a special revenue fund for the Native American curriculum team, so we need a motion to that revenue fund account.
Motion.
Motion by Dale. Second by Brad. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Item D is our district-wide safety plan, remote instruction. So we need a motion to approve the district-wide safety plan and remote instruction plan for 23-24 school year.
Motion.
Motion by Dale,
Second.
second by Tad. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carried. Item E, we have a few items for surplus, 3 printers, so we need a motion to declare those items surplus.
Motion.
Who need that motion?
Second.
Christian. Second. Okay. Motion by Christian, second by Carrie. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Item A is our personnel. Item 8E, we need a motion to approve the personnel listed in item 8A. Motion. Motion by Tracy,
Second.
second by Tad. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. And do we have anybody here that would like to?
We
introduce?
do. I will start with Kim Oakes, the principal of Prospect.
So I do just want to point out, so Tracy O'Brien, I am going to speak to in just a minute. So she's transitioning to a long-term substitute teaching assistant position from a district-wide substitute position. And because of the appointments and how the dates worked out, she's been at 3 board meetings. So I think I would like to point that out. So kudos to you, Tracy. So tonight's the night. I'm super excited to recommend Tracy for one of our long-term substitute teaching assistant positions. She is going from supporting the full building. And I think it's a testament to who she is, because everyone's very sad to lose her, because she's been amazing. She brings a great positive energy. She's hardworking, and I think the feedback that I've been getting as to why people are so sad to lose her is because she can go into pretty much any classroom and she just kind of falls in line, and she just jumps in and supports kids and has this quiet presence to her. So the building is sad to lose her, but the first grade classroom that she's going to, they are super thrilled. So excited to have Tracy joining the team, and so welcome, Tracy.
There she is.
If I can figure out how to turn this on.
Here we go. I think we're looking at her 3.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hi. Thank you so much, Kim. Oh my goodness. Can you see me?
Yes.
Yes, do you have your speech ready?
No, and I didn't last time or the time before either.
Maybe the 4th time to start.
But here I am, and thank you so much. I appreciate everything. Can you hear me? It's not doing anything.
Oh,
There we go.
All right. Next, I would like to recommend Kim Delmonico. Kim is joining us. We're super grateful to have her. She is coming to us from transportation, but prior to that, she had 20+ years daycare experience. So super eager and great fit to join one of our pre-K classrooms. I check in with any new staff as they join the team. And she's still smiling, and there's 19 to 20 little kids in each of our pre-K rooms. So I think that's a testament to her. She has just jumped right in, and is very patient with our kids, loving, nurturing, setting an example for them. So she's familiar with the district as she is coming from transportation, and really familiar with very young learners. So we're super excited to have Kim. So congratulations, Kim.
Be unmuted. Kim, is there anything you'd like to say?
I would just like to thank everyone for the opportunity and letting me work in this great school district. I really appreciate it, and it's been a great experience for the 2 weeks that I've been there. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, Mrs. Bieber, anyone?
I have Kayla Hager, she's on Zoom. Kayla just completed her certification as our health teacher. She's for Canton and health teacher. She takes the lead in just about anything that we ask her to do. She had a really successful Red Ribbon Week that she put on for our students and staff. She's heading up the Project No with all of our students in grades 4 through 7. She's helping us meet all of the requirements for Aaron's Law that's mandated by New York State in our health ed classes. The feedback from the staff is they're so appreciative that we finally have a health teacher at Seneca that's able to help some of our students' needs in areas. She is just super empathetic, compassionate, and a very positive employee, and we are super thankful and lucky to have her on our team. So congratulations, Kayla.
Hi, thank you. I just wanted to hop on and just say thank you so much for the opportunity. I am loving every single second of being the health teacher at Seneca. I wish I could be there in person, but myself and my kids are a little under weather right now. But I just wanted to say hi and thank you all and introduce myself to the board. So thank you so much.
Steve, anyone? Anyone else that we have? All right. Everyone, you know what? I do want to make an acknowledgement because up at the top here, we have a retirement that is, I think, really going to have kind of an impact on the district. In fact, I know it will. Bev Pond has been with us for a long way.
30 years.
Yeah, right. A very, very long time. And she's one of those employees who does an awful lot behind the scenes, not just in her role as a food service helper, but also as sort of someone who regularly and routinely does a great job of picking on Mr. Long, which is and absolutely, it's an easy job to do, I think, in many ways. But she really has a great relationship with many of the staff members, and she's going to deeply be missed. And when we get to the end of the year and we do our retirement across the board, but I just wanted to make sure that we recognize that despite my attempts to get her to stay at least one more year, she has decided to retire this year.
Did anybody have to see her ugly sweater?
Yes, her ugly sweater was one of the worst I've seen.
There's a very large picture of Lloyd.
Yeah.
He was very happy to come in the office and let me know she had her ugly sweater on. Yes, she will be missed.
36 years.
36, yeah. Everyone else, we will make sure we welcome when we see them.
Okay. Then we are going to move on to our board information and reports. We have our enrollment report, transportation report, capital projects, phase 3, and our upcoming events. Tomorrow is Indigenous Education meeting right here at 4:30. And then we have winter break, of course, which I'm sure all the students are excited about, starting 12/22 through 1/2. And our next Board of Education meeting will be next year on the 9th. And we wish everybody a safe and happy, healthy holiday. And with that, we need a motion to adjourn. Motion by Terry, second by Kristen. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carried. Yes, thank you, everybody, for coming.
We also have our band and chorus concert tonight in about 10 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.